Hey fam, it's Kim George here from YourChicGeek.com, and I want to welcome you to a brand spanking new video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some things that you can do as a strategic publisher that is just not going to be publishing random books all over the place, but building a brand to brand your books to bring in more coin. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. Actually, before we dive in, okay, I love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. It helps to push the videos through the YouTube algorithm. And then also, if you're interested in any of the freebies I have below, you can click the links to learn more about them. I have a spreadsheet, not a spreadsheet, but a cheat sheet and a list of over 200 low content book ideas that you can build a brand around. So the link is going to be there, as well as a free masterclass and some other resources that could potentially help you in your journey as well. But let's go ahead and let's dive into this video. So let's talk about the things that you can do to become a more strategic publisher and then also build a brand around the books that you're publishing on KDP. Now, this doesn't matter whether you're publishing journals, notebooks, activity books, planners, or even medium content books like coloring books. Strong branding is going to definitely help you stand out from all of the other people that are just publishing willy-nilly. It's also going to help you build trust in the long term with your customers. And then the biggest thing is to bring in, as I mentioned, more coin. So what I want to introduce to you guys today, again, is some tips that can hopefully help you go from kind of the scattered and throwing spaghetti at the wall approach to creating a more cohesive brand that can help you be more profitable and get those repeat sales, because these are things that have definitely worked for me. And I can tell you without a doubt that strong branding and creating books in a set and selling them as a series definitely can help. I do want to caveat this. When you're creating things like the low content books, the planners, the notebooks, and etc., you really can't create a series per se with those, but there is a strategic way or a specific way that you can use to tie them all together. Okay, I talk about that in From Publish to Profit, but when it comes to things like coloring books, story books for children, and so on and so forth, you can definitely turn those into a series. But let's go ahead and dive off into this list. So the first thing that you want to do to try to get more coin from the books that you're selling in a brand is to choose a profitable theme. So this is definitely important. You want to make sure that the area and the type of themes you're going to be running on your books is going to be tied to a niche that has a lot of traffic already going to it. All right. So this is really, really important. You know, it's kind of like when you're going fishing. You want to make sure that you have the right bait. Well, the same thing applies to the books that you're going to be creating and building a brand around them. You want to make sure that it already has a lot of eyeballs, traffic, and people that are interested in the type of book that you're going to be publishing, and then you want to build a theme around it. So this doesn't matter whether you're going to be, you know, for example, creating books for teen boys or books for teen girls or journals for self-care or, you know, activity books and so on and so forth. You want to make sure that whatever you're creating, that you get as specific as you can and that you keep a consistent theme in the books that you're creating so that you can basically build more of a recognizable brand. You also want things that are going to stand out to people when they start seeing your books on Amazon. And then this will in turn, you know, granted that you get reviews and things like that, and people really enjoy your books, is going to help you get more sales. So one of the questions that you can ask yourself is this, you know, if somebody were to see my books, will they be able to tell what my brand is about? That is huge. Now, one of the companies and one of the independent publishers that is definitely doing a great job of this is none other than Coco Wheel. You guys have probably seen their little books. Yeah, I can tell their books from a mile away. And that's just how great the branding is from them. Everything looks, you know, the same. It's on theme. And it's just one of the books that stands out, right? So I can tell their books from a mile away. And that's basically what you want with your books as well. So it's something to consider. Which leads me into tip number 2, is to use a consistent style and a brand identity. This is really huge, and this is a big mistake that I see a lot of people make. When you start a book line and a product line that you're going to be building a brand around on KDP, you want everything to look consistent. You want it to look like it comes from the same basically the same set of books. So this includes things like using the same fonts, using the same kind of style to style your book. The colors don't necessarily have to be all the same, but definitely the fonts, the styles, and the layout is definitely going to help your book stand out from everything else that is online. So a great example of this is going to be Modern Kid Press. We're going to take a look at them and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Okay, so here's an example of Modern Kid Press. If you've never seen their books, they're really, really cute. And I just wanted to show you how the brand identity really helps set their books apart from everybody else that's out here publishing on KDP, specifically for their preschool children's books. So as an example, here's one of their kindergarten math books. We can see that the font here is a cute little font. They have another big font at the bottom, at the secondary font, and then the third font is kind of this big font here. They have this kind of style with this kind of cloud kind of shape here with all of the cute little icons and elements and things kind of going around this with the cute little stars, and then the little tag here for the age group. So if we look at another one of these books that are for preschool children, you can see this right here. It's the same kind of style. So again, the cloud looking element here, the cute little fun graphics right here, the same font here, kind of a different font, but this font is pretty much the same here. And then for workbook, this is pretty much similar, but you can tell that these are basically from the same brand, okay? And so let's see if we can find another one of their books. So here's one right here. This is the alphabet. So you can see that, again, the cloud little feature, the kind of elements around here, the title, subtitle, and then the big word down here. So we can kind of see that style and the kind of theme that they have running here definitely gels these books here for preschoolers all together. And it looks really, really good, okay? And so they do really, really well as a brand, but I just wanted to show you an example of how you want your books to kind of stand out as well. So keeping those brand elements kind of cohesive is definitely going to help you and help your books stand out really well on KDP. One of the things that you can do to kind of help your books look like they come from the same person or the same brand is to create a brand style guide. So this is basically a little document that you can create that's going to have the fonts that you're going to be using for the books that you're going to create. It's going to have the kind of style that you want to go for, the layout, so on and so forth. That's really going to help you kind of keep things in line and keep everything cohesive from a visual perspective and make them look recognizable and easy to kind of separate from everybody else. So that's something to consider. All right, tip number 3 is to build a book naming framework. So this is really important. This is something that I didn't even realize I was doing as I've been creating brands and creating product lines for different books that I'm publishing. But this really, really is important. So a book naming framework is basically going to help you structure the titles of your books in a way that tie everything together. So basically, whenever you go in and type something in or type in your book naming convention, it's going to help your book show up in the Amazon search. And it's also going to help you kind of create books in a line that is more memorable. So for example, you can use a framework like the Bold and Easy naming convention. We know that these books are very popular, but what you could do is maybe do Bold and Easy Christmas coloring book for kids, or Bold and Easy Animals coloring book for kids, or Bold and Easy Halloween coloring book for kids. And then you can probably add some other words in there to kind of make it even more unique. But to keep things consistent, to keep the branding consistent, you basically want to kind of start off with that Bold and Easy, line there to kind of tie everything together and to make everything kind of sound like it's coming from the same brand. Okay, so that's just something to consider. All right, so tip number 4 is to design your books for a series or to sell kind of as a series, and also to sell as an item that can be bundled together with another item. So as a strategic publisher, you want to definitely always think beyond the one book. You want to think about, how can I take one book, a strong book that I've created, and how can I follow it up with other variations of this book or companion books to sell in a set? So again, when I say series, I want you guys to remember that a series can only be used for just coloring books, activity books, and kind of higher content books. Whereas with the lower content books like planners and things like that, you really can't set them up as a series, but you can tie them together to sell them kind of as a set, okay, and in a product line. So this is one thing that you definitely want to remember to do. So you want to get to the point where your books are going to show up in the section that says customers also bought. When you do your branding correct, when people are coming to you and they're buying the multiple books from within the sets that you have or the product lines that you have, then it's going to definitely show up in that section. So when you scroll down and you look at customers also bought, the way that you can definitely tell that your branding is working, that you really have a good series or a good product line available, is that people are buying the multiple books from you. So instead of just kind of buying the one-off book, you're going to see where they're going to have, they bought this book, and this book, and they're all 2 or 3 of the books are from your product line. So that is a huge tell sign that your branding is doing a great job. You've done a great job of creating books that people really love. And instead of just buying the one-off book, they're going to buy multiple books from you. So that is something to consider. All right. And so last but not least is to definitely make sure that you optimize your author name and your presence on Amazon. So your author name is basically going to be a pen name that you're going to use across all of the books that you're going to be selling. And then what you want to do with your pen name is to go and to set up an author page. You want to add a bio to your author page. You want to make sure that all of the branding is matching, it's cohesive. And then you want to basically link your books to your pen name on Amazon. And you want to basically treat this like a mini website. And this is kind of how I look at it as well. So this way, when people come and they click on your pen name that is associated to the books or with the books that you're publishing on KDP, is going to take them so that they can view all of the books that you have associated with that pen name on your author page. So your author page is like a little mini website, as I just mentioned. People can go, they can look at all of the books that you have to publish and so on and so forth. So a quick example of this is I'm going to show you guys CocoWheel really quickly, and we're going to take a look at how they have that kind of set up and going for them. Okay, so here's an example here of CocoWheel. So when I go in and I type in CocoWheel coloring books, when I click enter, okay, all of their books are going to come up. But CocoWheel has, again, taken advantage of the real estate on Amazon by creating an author page that links all of their books together. So for example, when I click on right here, click on one of their books, but if I click on their name, this is going to take me to all of their books, okay, that they have available on Amazon. So now you can see that when you come down here, you're going to see that these are all of the books that they have, so on and so forth. And so this is kind of like a mini little website that they've established here on Amazon to sell all of their books, and they are making a killing. So these are all of the books right here that are kind of like the top ranked ones. So if you want to see all of the books, you can just click see all, and you're going to be able to see all of their books, their entire catalog, to see which books are selling and the whole 9 yards. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that and show you how that looks and how you can benefit from doing this for your own pen name that you decide to use for the books that you want to create a brand around. All right, so that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this content. If you have any questions or any things that you want to talk about or discuss in the comments below, let me know. Also, I'd love for you to drop me a line in the comments to let me know if you're building a brand. Have you started building a brand? Are you becoming more of a strategic publisher? If not, are you struggling with it? I'd love to know in the comments below. Feel free to drop one. And then also, I do have a free Facebook group that is called the Passive Income Water Cooler. If you want to come over there and hang out with us, chop it up, talk about different things and etc. and what you're doing in your businesses, we'd love to have you. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.